Good afternoon. Welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I am your host, Blind Prime, and for today I have for you Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee Cybertronian Starscream. He is a Tetra-Jet. Ooh. Actually, as Tetra-Jets go, it's pretty cool. So, uh, this is More Than Meets the Eye, where I discuss to you about how a figure feels in one's hand and things about it that you necessarily won't see from the packaging or from that little clear thing where you can see the figure. So, my job is to inform you about things other than the paint. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now, and don't forget, if you want to see other things, check out my playlists. I got lots of playlists. Alright, let's get into this guy. So, as Tetra Fighters go, I mean, I've played with the Siege Tetra Fighter, which I thought was honestly an amazing Tetra Fighter. I love the Siege Tetra Fighter. But I decided to try out and look into the Bumblebee Studio Series Tetra Fighter just to see if there was a difference, between the Tetra-Jets. Are they Tetra-Jets or Tetra Fighters? They're Seekers. Tetra Seekers. We'll call them Tetra Seekers. It's a fun word, Tetra. So, as vehicle modes go, this thing has a really cool point, and it goes into what feels like a cockpit, which becomes his chest area, which is nice. There's no faux chest. That's pretty cool. The lines of this thing take you all the way up to this winglet at the very top, the stabilizer, and then you go down on either side for the two wings that are set at a 45-degree angle, and then they even have enough molding and joints to further their angle downward just a bit more. It's like a really, really nice futuristic jet. Underside, it doesn't have too much robot kibble. Like the arms are set up in such a way that they actually look like guns. That's really cool. This thing did come with some null rays, but what I found is that this mold really sucks for its null rays. They don't fit in the hole that's designed for them. They're too small, so they just fall out at the slightest movement. Hence why they're gone. I don't know what happened to them. I found them on the floor a couple of times. Cream has attacked them. And yeah, so that's a negative on this guy. That's a pretty big negative too, at least on the one I have. I do like the fact that this front little bit is actually made of some sort of rubbery plastic, but beware of that, because if you rest him and he lands on his front, that will bend. And also we've got these nice jets. Oh, and there the gun goes again. And now I feel it's time to talk about what I dislike most about this thing. What makes this thing where I'm like, I'm not buying another Studio Series Bumblebee Tetra Fighter at all. Because I'm one of those people that buys flight stands. Because I like to display my action figures, flying around. And this guy, he's really cool. I really want to put him in a flight way. Like, put some blast effects in his little back engines here, have him flying around somewhere. And I got a flight stand, I set it up, I started going around on this guy, looking for the flight port. And I'm like, where is that flight port? And I feel around, and I'm like, that's not a flight port. And I feel over here, like, that's not a flight port. And I feel down in this giant negative zone in the center of him, there are no flight ports. And then I feel the top of his gun. And at the top of his gun, there's the flight port for your flight stand. It's on the gun. Who designed this thing so that it could look really amazing from a flight stand, and then went, I'm just going to put the flight stand, real little peg holder, on the gun. And then I'm going to put the gun in a very weird spot that only has one connector point, so it just falls off all the time, because I got a degree in engineering and I know facts, and I understand how weight displacement works. Honestly, like, what the hell? This pisses me off. I loved this thing. I thought this thing was amazing. And it's now one of my least favorite Transformers for the sole fact of some idiot Instead of putting a spot anywhere else on the figure, put it on the gun. Put the port that you're supposed to plug the flight stand in on the freaking gun. Like a noob. Ugh. It's got so much going for it, but with this gun problem, I rank this thing low. This is not one of my favorites. This is now one of my least favorites. He's going up there in scores of Rampage from Studio Series, ROTF, Devastator. Like he's in the same boat as that guy and Mixmaster. Anyway, guys, I'm just filled with anger over this thing. It's super annoying. I really, really wanted to like this thing. I really did, and it just stupid. It's stupid. What do you think about that, Cream? Yeah, you just keep licking yourself. Okay. Anyway, guys, I am Blind Prime, and this has been a short episode of More Than Meets the Eye. I decided to split these guys up between robot and vehicle modes so that we could spend more time on the robot. And more time on the vehicle. And, this vehicle mode, guys, is top-notch. It's so good. It's so amazing. I think it's one of the best Tetra fighters I've ever had. And then it not having a flight stand port lowers it so much. It's just like, it sounded so cool, and I was so excited to get it, and nobody talked about the lack of flight stand, and I'm just, it upsets me. It upsets me so much that I can't set this guy flying somewhere, because I'll let you guys know, I'm one of those Transformers fans that's more of a fan of the vehicle modes than the Transformer modes. I like the vehicle modes. I love to figure out what type of vehicle a Transformer is going to become. It's one of my favorites. And this vehicle mode is just, it's so good, yet so bad. So, ranking-wise, design, a 3 out of possible 10 because of this huge screw-up with the flight stand port. If it didn't have that, this thing would be top-notch because it's just that good. It is just that good. But if you'll never get it flying on your shelf. And honestly, what's the use of an aircraft mode if you can't put it on a flight stand? It's just always going to sit parked. But then they didn't even put any sort of parking, like landing gear on it. So it just sits on its things. And I understand that would ruin the paint after a while and also ruin the joints of these wings. So if you were looking at buying it for its Tetra-Jet mode, get the Siege Tetra-Jet. It's a better Tetra-Jet overall. There's so many variations on it. I think they are up to 9 now. I could be wrong in that. Let's see. 3, and then another 3 is 6. The 2 groupings of 3. And then there was that red one, the Red Eagle one. There was the one that kind of looked like, the Hot Shot from the Netflix. Then there's the dead one from the Netflix that just came out. Is there another one I'm missing? I could swear to you I'm missing another one. But that's 9. Whoa. That's 9. They have repainted this thing 9 times. And that's how good of a mold it is. So, if you're looking for Tetra-Jets, this is a really cool one, without doubt. But if you're looking for Tetra-Jets to pose, flying above your Decepticons or attacking your Autobots from flight stands, this is not the Tetra-Jet for you, my friend. You need to get the Siege Tetra-Jet, the Siege Seeker. Those are where it's at. And I have been Blind Prime, and you have been watching More Than Meets the Eye. And I hope that you have enjoyed your time with me today. And hello, Cream. Aye. Yes, and this is Cream. Cream. Say hello to the camera. No, don't go. Okay, fine. All right. Until next Prime.